Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. All right, let's have a look and see what your energies are, Libra. What is coming in for Libra? Relationship energy for Libra. What do they need to know? All right, see 10 of Wands. Yeah, someone's leaving some baggage behind. Or someone who's not reliable. Someone who doesn't pull their weight. Someone who doesn't take accountability. So I do see someone here is leaving this behind and going down a new path. Yeah, this is sometimes a person reflecting. Yeah, this is someone ready for a passionate beginning, but this is someone who sees somebody's just not the one. Yeah, it's been some mixed messages, mixed signals, disappointment. This is someone disappointed in someone here. Yeah, someone who doesn't want to spend time or do anything together. Yeah. That's just a person, it's when someone isn't reliable, but it's also someone letting go of baggage too from the past and moving forward. Yeah, I feel like we have an energy of going down a whole new path here, Libra. Yeah, very, very nice. And we have a person here who's single. So someone who takes care of themselves. Yeah, you can see you're looking out for yourself, looking out for number one, right? Why? You have to, because somebody else wasn't reliable. They weren't dependable. You couldn't count on them. So sometimes people look at this like it's better off to be alone, because then you have less burdens and responsibilities. Whew, this is pretty interesting. But yeah, it's an energy of disappointment. Somebody's feeling very disappointed here. Someone wasn't willing to cooperate or compromise, to team up, to spend time together, or to do things together. So, yeah, looking out for yourself. Let's have a look at the 10 of Wands. Yeah, someone taking a time out, clearing their head, a little break and reflecting on this. Yeah, it's about moving on. Somebody, it's time to move on. It's somebody who's likely, I do see somebody here who's possibly lazy. Yeah, see someone who you can't rely on. Some of you definitely, I can see this. Yeah, if you're going to have to do everything together and someone piles all the burdens and responsibilities on you, you might as well be off on your own, right? You betcha. I can completely see that. But it's also an energy of knowing when to move on. This is someone who will probably never change. Yeah. This is someone who wants a partner, somebody who's there, someone who's supportive. See supportive partners, two people who support each other. So this is someone leaving someone behind. I actually feel like they're quite lazy. Yeah, somebody who doesn't pull their weight at all. And somebody who wants the other person to cooperate and compromise, you know. This is a kind of energy you see if someone goes, you know, like, I mean, I'm just getting this vibe of someone who, they want the other person to do the cooperating and compromising. In other words, this person doesn't really feel they should be responsible for, this could be just day-to-day life stuff, a partnership, but it's just someone also reflecting on this. See, it's an energy of time to move on. Someone's closing a chapter, closing a book on the past, and moving towards somebody who is more dependable. Yeah, two people, there's a spark attraction, so there's desire, but it is this passionate new beginning. It's two people who are passionate about being partners, helping each other, being there for each other. See, supportive, long term. Yeah, this is two people who could probably accomplish a lot. I feel someone's leaving behind a situation where they couldn't accomplish anything. And it is very hard if you have goals or things that you want to do that often help both people, the relationship in general, but the other person won't do their part. So let's have a look at this 5 of Swords. Yeah, this is, say, frustration, and I think it's just a lot of disappointment. Someone's feeling very disappointed. I feel more than anything. Someone who won't cooperate or compromise, or they just don't want to do anything together too. Yeah, just walking away, leaving it behind. And someone may be looking at why. Yeah, see, looking for answers at why somebody has moved on, why they walked away. Well, because the other person wasn't reliable, dependable, possibly lazy. Maybe somebody who sleeps all day, who knows. But it's also someone who's it's hard to pin this person down at the same time to do anything. Yeah, so I do see the soul searching and looking for clues. Someone may be just thinking of this now, but, you know, and I usually this is because someone looking for answers as why. Well, there was maybe deception, dishonesty, just a lot of disappointment. It's an energy of someone who's just frustrated. Yeah. Let's have a look at the Three of Stones. Yeah, so we have someone here. This is a person who's very creative. This is someone who works together. This is a person who likes to build. They're creative. This is someone creating this, I feel, opportunity. Because it has to do with someone who wants to start new. So I feel, I mean, it could be this person too. Maybe going through this where maybe it was themselves. They weren't supportive. They weren't there for someone when they need them. They piled all the chores, the day-to-day life chores on the other person. Maybe kept them from their goals, things that they wanted to achieve. And that happens a lot of times. But this is someone who generally, I mean, with this is a creative person. Somebody here, I actually feel what you're moving towards is somebody who will help you create. Because they are creative. This is someone who likes to do stuff, see creative things. This is interesting. It has to do with someone choosing. And it could be just somebody looking at, you know, thinking it's time to walk away. It's time for change that someone will never change. So it very well could be this person. But we shall see. Yeah, someone having a massive epiphany. I think it's this person having the massive realization why somebody walked away. And if it is someone realizing it's time for them to walk away, to close a chapter on the past after a timeout or healing, and it could be that way. So let's have a look at the Nine of Stones. The Nine of Stones, single person, Nine of Pentacles. Oops. Yeah, so we have, there you are. Some of you speaking up, speaking your mind. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, or just somebody who, this is generally a person who does things. They like to do things that are creative. So this is why I'm almost wondering if it's either, this is, obviously this is yourself, Libra, where you're speaking up. See, it's where someone says they'd rather be single. If you want to be single, if you want to live like a single person, go live alone. Yeah. But it very well is this person. She's just, it has to do with not wanting to do things together, not wanting to help or work together, to team up. So someone here is obviously not a team player. Tell me about the Hermit. This is someone realizing why someone walked away. Now they're reminiscing. Reminiscing. Why? Because they weren't responsible, reliable, again, you know, lazy, whatever it may have been, or just someone you just can't count on to be there when you need them. Yeah. So somebody here probably getting mad, speaking up, speaking their mind. This somebody here is probably thinking, I'd just rather be single. Like I say, I'd just rather be single. Yeah. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. Yeah. This is someone releasing things, letting go, things that no longer serve. This is about seeing things real. But this is someone, well, it is what it is. It's going to let it go. I think this is someone letting this person go, making a sudden decision. But this person's having an epiphany, thinking about this, why this person walked away. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's been heartache and hurt feelings. See, somebody it's bothering. This is someone wanting to get something off their chest. This is often what happens when people hold on to a lot of baggage, or they're in a situation with someone who doesn't pull their weight, they eventually explode. And that's what I feel. But this is almost like a relief. I kid you not, this person, it's like a relief. They'd rather be single because they're leaving it go. They're looking at it as what it is. It's not meant to be. This is someone who clearly doesn't have they don't have the other person's best interest at heart. This is somebody who's all about themselves, right? Tell me more about the Tower. Yeah, this is something very sudden. Yeah, see, it's not fair. This is the end of a relationship, a commitment, Libra. So you're looking at it's not fair. They're not willing. It's somebody who wants the other person to cooperate and compromise. You do all the compromising. Like you do it. If you want it, you do it, right? Yeah. I think it has to do with somebody, also, someone with high standards. So that's often the thing. Oh, this is someone who has too high a standards. This is someone who doesn't want to lower their standards. So I think it's somebody who's, and it could be this person walking away because they feel the other person has too high a standards. But this is somebody who I feel does, and I feel they don't want to lower their standards. When you come together with someone, when you're in a marriage or commitment, it's about being fair. There needs to be harmony. I think somebody here is not being fair, but we'll see who it is. Somebody with too high a standards. I don't know. Tell me about the Six of Cups. There's just a lot of reminiscing here about this. Yeah, this is someone feeling sad, missing someone now. I think it's somebody who has high standards. They know their worth and value. It is an energy of respect and self-respect. So this is somebody who's not going to lower their standards. For somebody who doesn't come in right or they're not fair. And there is an energy, if you are in a marriage, where you're supposed to work together, spend time together and do things together. You're supposed to be a team. I feel like we have somebody who definitely has regret they weren't playing as a team. Yeah. Wow, there's definitely been a lot of hurt. Two people, see, there's hurt. But I feel there was once love here. Yeah. Tell me about the Three of Swords. Yeah, see, there was once love. See, it's about looking out for each other, protecting each other. See, there was once love. See, supportive. Why did somebody suddenly decide not to be? We have someone here who definitely could be kind of, there's nothing wrong with having high standards, but sometimes people will raise the bar so high the other person can't fulfill it. They don't think they can do this, or they don't want to. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. This is energy of truth, seeing the truth. Yeah, this is someone. Yeah, this is somebody ending something. See, it could be someone feeling someone stabbing them in the back, but like I say, I feel like this is someone who definitely has sadness and regret. They're reminiscing. Because somebody is cutting someone out because they're not fair. They're not being fair. I feel there's a lack of harmony. The Three of Pentacles is supposed to be harmony between two people who work together and accomplish things. They have goals. There's an energy of acknowledgement. So somebody here is never acknowledging it. So I don't know if there's someone here who needs something acknowledged to do with that. Oh, tell me it's not somebody having a pity party because the other person's not thanking them for doing what's their share. Oh boy, I haven't seen this energy for a long time. But this is the straw that broke the camel's back. I feel more than anything. It's an energy of, someone here is trying to be real. They're looking at the reality of the situation. They'd rather be single. Yeah, or somebody who just wants to be single, and that's even if it is dating. Someone who just really wants to be single because they don't want to pull their weight. They don't want to have to do anything. They don't want to be accountable for anything. Yeah. The situation may not be serving someone here. Tell me more about the King of Rods. This is usually someone hands-on, creative, hardworking, often very dependable. So I don't know if it's this person or someone else. Tell me about I think it's this person looking at this. Why someone walked away or cut them out. Let's have a look. This is someone standing up to someone, or maybe why somebody pushed someone away. But this is often someone standing up to someone. Yeah. Yeah, you can see words being spoken. A lot of things moving very quickly, happening very suddenly. Yeah, so someone feeling a lot of pressure likely here. Too much happening too fast. Yeah, it's a person being guarded or pushing someone away. It's when someone pushes someone away with their words, but I think this is somebody having the realization they weren't being fair. I mean, it could be the Libra energy here, unless we have a masculine Libra and a feminine Aquarius. It is very possible where the masculine is coming across as maybe a little domineering. King of Wands can be loud, proud, domineering. Yeah, but it's right there with the Three of Pentacles, which is acknowledging, cooperating, compromising, and going down this path. It's all about going down this path. I think there's someone who's not sure about going down this path again, because it has to do with someone, and it probably has to do with another relationship. And the Tower come down, the epiphany, why this happened. They either weren't being fair, but it's almost like they don't want to go down this path again. But I feel like the Fool is somebody who often looks before they leap, but I think someone's also feeling a little bit like a fool. Because it is about partnering up. Two people who are there, they support each other. They help with, two people who help with everything. They're a team. Somebody wasn't being a team player. Tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is actually a really common energy. I mean, in relationships. But, maybe there's a collective energy of the Libras dealing with this right now. One thing I know is we have, the Queen of Swords isn't a pushover, but I really feel the straw that broke the camel's back. This is someone who had enough. Enough is enough. It's time to just let this go. It is what it is. It's not meant to be. But it's like an energy of someone who doesn't want things to be this way. They have high standards. But yeah, I mean, tell me about the Star here. Let's look at that first. Yeah, this is someone who keeps doing the same thing over and over again. Rinse and repeat. So it's somebody who, and this is another thing too, if someone doesn't pull their weight, the other person, that's all they do is they keep doing the same thing over. There's no support, no help. No, there's no time to play, no time to have any fun. You see, this is why. This is someone who wants a partner. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if somebody reflecting on that and kind of looking at whether they even want to go down this path again. This is a decision, a judgment that's going to be made here. I think this is actually the person. But I mean, you can just take it as it resonates. If you are a Libra and it's not yourself, it's the other person. And I see a Libra masculine here as well, because I can see that person. Someone who generally knows what they want and they go after it. But again, this is somebody here having that epiphany. I mean, it's a shock. It's something happens suddenly. The end of a relationship, things happening sudden. See it come in out of the blue. They didn't really expect it. Yeah, so someone who has everything they need to manifest their desires. They have what they need. They're single. This is pre-manifesting. And it could even be the masculine. Should I go down? It looks like it's more than likely the masculine, but I wouldn't be surprised both. Do I want to go down this path again? Because a relationship ended in a disaster, I feel. And it was sudden. Yeah. Someone cutting someone out. So, like I say, I feel like it's with some Gemini energy as well. Someone who shares the responsibility, the chores. They cooperate, they compromise. But it's all about working together to build and accomplish things. See, when you do things together, you accomplish things faster. So there's time to play. Because I feel someone's like, there's just no time to play, no time to do anything, no time for fun. Yeah. Well, life, life passes by, right? All you do is work, work, work all the time. That's what I feel. Tell me more about this Queen of Swords. What is this person going to do? Yeah, there's some structure. See, they play by the rules, structure. This person could be very self-disciplined. It takes a lot of discipline to do this, right? A lot of self-discipline, but it's about structure and lifestyle. Yeah, this is someone thinking of changing. Yeah, like I say, going down another path. I feel this person's the same. They're not sure they want to go down this path again. They don't want to repeat mistakes of the past. They don't want this, it's like, but yet we have these two people. So I feel like it's two people who are trying to come together, but it's a reflection on your past. Somebody here was a good partner, but they had all the weight, pressures of doing everything on their shoulders, and the other person is the person who I feel realizes why somebody walked away, because they didn't support them. They weren't supportive. When it comes to this is about home, family. The home, maybe a business, but to me it's a home. Someone who doesn't pull their weight. This is someone who's not sure about if they want to go down. I don't think either people are sure. Either one of these are sure if they want to go down this path again, because it's like always having to cooperate, compromise, or overcompensate because of someone else. Because of their habits, somebody's bad habits. It's like, pick up after yourself. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a whole new cycle. Situation of the timing. I think it's just some of the straw that broke the camel's back. It was like somebody giving somebody, there's just a lot of disappointment here. So, and it's an energy of someone who kind of manipulates a little bit too, right? They kind of manipulate to get the other person to do everything. Because they're manifesting what they desire, what they want. They don't want to, it could be someone who feels the same as the Queen of Swords. They were doing all the cooperating, compromising, but the other person didn't. So there was, I feel there's just two disappointed people here. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. This is a cycle coming to an end one way or another. A painful period in someone's life's over. See, it just is what it is. They're just letting it go. But it has to do with two people. The feelings are mutual. So I do think we have two people going their separate ways. Because the feelings are mutual in agreement. You're not on the same page. Somebody doesn't have as high standards. Lifestyle, standards, structure, routine, schedule, sees self-discipline. But it's almost like, too, for some of you both, the feelings are mutual about going down this path again because what you've gone through. A lot of thinking going on here, a lot of negative thinking about the lack, loneliness. See, this is often someone who doesn't even spend time with someone. They leave them alone. They leave them there. All they do is, this is somebody who I feel they just they're doing the same things over and over again. There's no relief. They have a lot of pressure. So someone definitely getting things off their chest. Tell me more about the King of Wands. Yeah. So I feel for most of you, it's two people who want to go down this path. They both want two people who want a partner. But I think we have two people who've never really had a partner. But you can look at it as two people coming apart, because there's both people doing something here that isn't working for this relationship. Someone has maybe too high a standard, someone's are too low. So it's all about balance between, finding balance. Yeah, it could be money issues as well. It's like I say, when somebody else has got all the chores, the weight on their shoulders, they're doing everything, right? The other person then can explore things that they want to do in their life. They can't achieve their goals because they can't seem to break free. They're always doing the same thing. So it's like I say, that's why I feel the Queen of Swords, the straw that broke the camel's back. So to me, it looks like two people mutually agreeing it's time to go your separate ways because you're just not on the same page. But then there's, again, like I say, the other way where, and it could be what needs to be discussed here about two people who want to go down this path, but It's all about speaking truth, just saying it like it is. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who likes to have a comfortable home, but this is also someone who wants a partner. It's a person looking into the future, and this is what they see. Whatever they dealt with before, having to do this all over again. Always having to compromise for someone else. Always having to overcompensate. See, all work, no play. Yeah, it's about breaking free. This is someone a bit of a free spirit now too. So some of you that have been free for a while, if you're connecting with someone, it's about going down this path and doing that, dealing with someone. You know, one thing is have the conversation and say it, you know. Because this is someone who's got goals. They have things they want to achieve. But I feel in a past relationship, they couldn't achieve the things they wanted to, their own goals and ambition. And then when this two people come apart, this person has to basically start their whole life because they've achieved nothing, because they've been busy cooking, cleaning, taking care. You know, someone who just could never, it's like, you ever heard the term, and I'm not going to just say a woman's work is never done, because yes, it's that way for masculine too, you know. But that's what's here. The woman's work is never done. It's just rinse and repeat, very repetitive, same old thing all the time. It's just, it's not fulfilling. It feels negative. You don't get paid for it. I mean, it's just a person thinking really negative about it. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a masculine here, quite honestly, with the same situation. See, reminiscing about past relationships, and I tell you, it's tough, but let's see what's going to happen with this situation. Yeah, just slow and steady wins the race. Somebody, it's about connecting. See, it's about taking your time to getting to know someone to make sure they have high standards. I mean, there is harmony. There is some people who have standards are so high, they're so strict and so stringent. The other side is the other person walking on glass around someone all the time. But that's what happens when someone kind of gets left in that situation. Well, their whole life is about cooking, cleaning, making things perfect, right? So you get trapped in that, and it's hard to break free from that. It's a pattern, a habit, right? You can't break free. But like I say, the harmony is about finding balance where it's sensible and more practical. Often the Queen of Pentacles too. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is definitely someone who's a bit of a free spirit. This is someone who often keeps things very organized, but often this person doesn't mind a little clutter here and there. So someone who often has a lot of material things around them, pretty things, you know, but I feel it's probably the same person, but it could be another person, because the Queen of Pentacles is a little more grounded, little more practical. This could be somebody kind of intense. I don't know, but it's all about harmony. It's about two people just coming together, working together, and instead of tearing each other down, getting angry, putting each other down, it's about working as a team. It's very hard to do, especially, yeah, see, it's all about work. Yeah. So both people, I feel, you know, and the other side of this is when two people have been doing it alone, doing it all alone, living alone, it's kind of, you know, there is no time for anything when you're doing everything yourself, even when you're alone. But, I mean, Queen of Pentacles is a pretty organized energy. It's somebody who kind of keeps everything very balanced. But yeah, I mean, but there is that side too where someone has to do everything alone. They still don't have time to play. So the whole point is coming together, working as a team, building. Yeah, building together. Yeah, it's all about building a life together. It's all about change. See, closing a chapter. See someone else closing a chapter. Closing the book on the past. And moving forward. I do feel it's an energy of someone being a little careful. See, the Queen of Pentacles is under here, playing it safe and being cautious, being a little careful what they wish for. Because like I say, it's about the same thing happening. Often it's, you got a person who's always working on creative pursuits, doing things. I mean, the King of Wands could be anyone, a musician, and somebody who generally hands-on, they work at things where they're always creating. But that person often works a lot at their job. So, like I say, it's all about two people supposed to be lifting the weight off each other's shoulders and not putting more burdens on another person. So yeah, it's all about something to do with a house and a home. See somebody working on the home or working from home. And it's somebody here who has us, building a strong foundation. But there's also the Queen of Pentacles there too. Yeah. Somebody who's at home, working at home. See, when somebody works at home too, and it's their job, and they have to pay half the bills, and then they're supposed to do everything else, that also doesn't always work either. Yeah, I feel like it's just, to me, it's like a stuck between a rock and the hard place, but it has to be fair. It's about harmony and restoring harmony in a relationship. But it has to do with getting married again. I feel we got two people who are kind of like, I don't know if I want to go there again. So I feel the feminine's looking at this in a very negative way about just ending up not being able to achieve their goals and ending up with no money if it doesn't last. The divorce. See, this is having to start life all over. I'm telling you, this is heavy. But I do think we have two people here who are, I feel strongly, this is two people reflecting on past relationships, looking at all the negative things that happen, but not looking at the positive things. But it is about harmony and balance, finding happy medium, a balance to make things work. Yeah. It's interesting because I don't really see someone don't see the Queen of Cups, someone looking at someone like as a cook and a housekeeper. Often that comes up where someone's like, oh, great. This person knows how to cook. They keep a nice home, but they never think about anything else. They think about what they're going to get from this person, not about what they need to be giving, providing. Yeah, so interesting. You guys will have to let me know if this resonates. I was hoping these readings were going to be smaller, but this is pretty heavy. This is one of those situations of someone reflecting on the past, and it has to do with whether to go there again, like to get married or to get into a committed relationship, because it's like there's no guarantee that you're going to get what you want, that you're going to have a partner where you share all the day-to-day life responsibilities so you can both achieve your goals. Take care. We'll see you soon.